Life can be difficult at times. Have you ever found yourself focusing more and more on what you don't like about your life or what you think is wrong in other people or the world? Have you found yourself just going down a black hole of negativity and don't know how to get yourself out of it? Well, life isn't meant to be lived this way. The things we experience in life aren't positive or negative in and of themselves. It's really based on our interpretation and our judgments about them. The problem with living a life that is very negative is that it is in opposition to the flow of life, which is supposed to be positive and growth-oriented. So if you would like to improve the quality of your life, starting today, I'm going to talk to you about a tool that you can use that can make a huge difference in transforming the quality of your life, even if the circumstances of your life are challenging. Now is always the time to start making positive changes in your life. Dr. Donna Leigh Bliss here. On this channel, I promote optimal mental health and well-being to help you become the best version of yourself. Today I'm going to talk to you about gratitude. It's a word most people have heard of, yet it has a bad connotation. It leaves a bad feeling in our thoughts a lot of times, because the word gratitude implies that we should be happy when we don't feel happy, or we should be appreciative when we don't feel appreciative. And I found trying to embrace an attitude of gratitude when you feel that way to not be workable, because you're working at cross purposes with yourself. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a different perspective of gratitude, one that is relatively easy to understand, but more importantly, easier to apply so that you can start feeling better about yourself and your life today. What is it about negativity that is so compelling to us? Why is it so easy for us to focus on what's wrong, what we don't like? The reality is, if you think about it, does focusing on what you don't like get rid of it, or does it actually bring more of it? Or do you find yourself having positive experiences in your life, but you're waiting for the other shoe to drop? It's almost as if when it's a sunny day, all you can do is imagine it's going to rain, and eventually it will rain. But the reality is then that you don't get to enjoy the sunny day. So one of the challenges about focusing on negativity is that it creates a stronger relationship with it, and we tend to focus more on what we don't like and tend to not really see and appreciate what we do like. So it skews our perspective of our lives towards the negative, and of course, the more we focus on what's negative, the more we attract what's negative. And so that mindset is a trap for us, and learning about that trap and then how we can get out of it is the first step to feeling better about yourself. So one approach that I found to be very helpful is to understand that life is not negative or positive. The flow of life is presenting us with an infinite number of opportunities at any one time. When you think about it, you can quit your job, try to find a new job, move somewhere else, end a relationship, start a relationship. You can wear different clothes, you can wear a different lifestyle, you can read different books, you can learn new things, you can take up new hobbies. There's so many opportunities that are presented to us at every moment of our lives that we literally don't see them. We tend to focus on what we don't like. And part of the reason is that our minds are designed to focus on what has a high emotional content. So if our feelings get hurt, if we get hurt, if something that makes us feel pain or afraid happens, we tend to focus on it more. And so it skews our perspectives on our lives to the point we start seeing that our life is more negative when in fact it really isn't. So understanding the flow of life is important, that even if your present circumstances are difficult, that doesn't mean you don't have a choice. Now, admittedly, you might be saying, well, Dr. Donna, that's not realistic. I have 3 kids. I just can't quit my job or just move somewhere else. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the reality is that we have choices. We might have to work at it. So if you want to get a degree so you can get a better job, you have to go to the effort of applying to school, getting accepted, going to class, studying. It's not effortless, but that opportunity is still there. So understanding that no matter what our circumstances are, there's options we have for making our life better is very, very important to helping to improve how we feel about ourselves and our lives. Now, the term gratitude, as I said earlier, conjures up negative associations for many people. And usually people say things like, well, you should be grateful for this. And those value judgments, those should statements, actually create an opposite reaction in us. And so we end up not being grateful. The problem is that people, I don't think, fully understand what gratitude is. It's not saying thank you to the universe or a higher power or a parent or a person out of fear that if you're not deferential enough, they'll take away whatever good things you have. That's just based on fear. The point is that gratitude is nothing more than opening our heart and acknowledging the positive things that are happening and welcoming more. Think of it was in springtime when you open up windows and you let a nice breeze come in. The breeze has always been there, but when you open up the window, you're now being receptive to it and it flows in your house. Well, gratitude is the same way. It fills our heart with the many experiences of life, the ups and the downs, but it gives us meaning in life. And so to me, an attitude of gratitude is just being appreciative of what the flow of life is offering to me at any one moment, and then really wanting to have more of those experiences. And so that is a much more functional way of looking at gratitude. And I will tell you, it feels really good when I do that. And when I talk to clients who practice an attitude of gratitude, they talk about how transformational it is because it's an attitude shift. And it's an attitude shift that is focusing on what they do have, what does work, and appreciating it. And the act of gratitude just opens their heart up for even more. So the practice of gratitude, being intentional about it, is one embracing the attitude as something aspirational, that it helps us to feel better. It makes life more enjoyable, especially when things are hard. So one way of practicing gratitude is having a gratitude list or a gratitude journal. Many people will get a piece of paper, or if you'd rather write on your phone or something, to start listing all the things they're grateful for. Now, you might not be feeling grateful when you're writing this down. It may be a little grudgingly when you're doing it, but that's okay. You have to start somewhere. But just think about the things you take for granted. Do you have food, shelter, clothing? Do you have utilities? Do you have a job? Do you have people that care about you? Do you have transportation? Do you have money? And you start realizing that you actually have so much going for you. Many people in the world don't have all these things. And one of the things that's interesting, the more we focus on what we're grateful for, the more those kinds of things come in our life. It's the same principle as focusing on what's negative. Whatever we focus on, we bring more into our lives because we create a stronger relationship with it. So why not start focusing on what's positive, what we're grateful for? Do you have good health? Do you have hope? Do you have people that you care about that care about you? Do you feel that you can make a difference in the world? Now, if you say, well, I don't really feel that I'm important, I don't make a difference, and I don't have a family, can you be grateful that you have the opportunity to make a difference if you want? So having a gratitude list is really helpful. Many people that I work with have gratitude journals, that part of their discipline of growth is every day to write about what they're grateful for. Sometimes it could be a big deal. I'm grateful that I got a promotion at work. Or I'm grateful that I solved a problem that had been perplexing me. Or I'm grateful that I went to the doctor and I got a clean bill of health. But many times the gratitude is over things that are mundane. I'm grateful that I had a job that I'm good at. I'm grateful that I have people I care about. I'm grateful that I'm relatively healthy. I'm grateful that there's hope. And the more you focus on that, you will feel that energy starting to fill your heart up. Again, that's just like opening your windows on a spring day. That energy of well-being and abundance, which is the flow of life, will naturally flow to you because you're making yourself receptive to it. Another tool you can use is saying it out loud. Now, I will admit to you, when I was younger, the idea of gratitude would make me cringe. I prided myself on being cynical. And somewhere along the line, my attitude changed, and I started embracing an attitude of gratitude. And the way I started doing it is every night I would go to bed, and I'd just say a little prayer out to the universe of thank you for, and I would list 3 things that day that I was grateful for. So it might be I'm grateful for the clients that I was able to help. I'm grateful that I shot a YouTube video. I'll probably say that today. I'm grateful that I was able to fix something that was broken, or I'm grateful that I was able to help somebody. And I find when I say that out loud, I own it, and that opens my heart to be more receptive to this energy of well-being that the flow of life is always offering us. So again, gratitude isn't about saying thank you out of the fear that good things are going to be snatched away. The flow of life doesn't snatch things away. It's a flow that is always presenting us with opportunities. So if you don't know where to start, just start off by thinking of 3 things each day that you're grateful for. It doesn't matter if they're simple things. It doesn't matter if you're saying the same things every day. But one of the things I think you'll find that I found is that when you start doing that within a relatively short period of time, you start feeling better because it's like your heart is being fed. And all that negativity has just been starving you. And it's really not how we're supposed to live. So I encourage you to give this a try. And you might have to force yourself a little bit. And that's okay. You have to start somewhere. But the clients I work with that do this tell me, usually within a few days, they start feeling dramatically better. They have emotional experiences. They start crying because all this pain that's been bottled up inside now starts flowing out and more positive energy starts flowing in. So I hope that you consider this approach. I believe gratitude is something that's available to all of us like oxygen. And so by being grateful, we're just opening ourselves up more to what life has to offer. And then it's up to us to decide if we want to take advantage of the opportunities as they come. So give this some thought and maybe try it out a little bit. And I'll bet you'll start feeling better about yourself and your life much more quicker than you realize. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and inspiring. Please click on the subscribe button so you'll be notified when I release new videos. I've also included links for 2 other videos you might find helpful. I encourage you to check them out. If there's topics you would like me to make a video on, please let me know in the comments section. Finally, remember, now is always the time to start making positive changes in your life. I'll see you next time.